Hey guys, this is Dino. Welcome to another video. In the last video, I shared with you two instances where Shirdi Sai Baba appeared to me in physical form. And many people shared in the comments that they wanted to hear more about Shirdi Sai Baba. And that, of course, is my favorite subject also. So today I want to share with you two instances in which Shirdi Sai Baba appeared to me in another form, other than the form we know him to be. So a couple years ago, we were in Bombay and we were walking around the market and shopping. And after we were done shopping, we wanted to go home because it was very hot outside. So we tried to flag down a few taxis, but they ignored us and they continued moving forward. So we started to really get tired. So I silently asked Shirdi Sai Baba, please, can you send us a cab? Because I also need to go to the bathroom and I don't like to use public bathrooms outside. And within a few seconds, my mom saw ahead of her there was a taxi standing there. There was no driver in the taxi, so we just walked up to the taxi and she saw that the taxi driver was behind the cab and he was doing something in the trunk. So she said to me, let's just get in the cab quickly, and once we're in, he's not going to throw us out. So I got into the cab first and then she got in, we closed the door, we sat there, and then the taxi driver closed the trunk and he came into the front seat and he got in. Immediately, again, something shifted in my body, all this energy shot up, and the taxi driver, we told him where to go and he started going. And I was quiet. And then my mom said to me, she looked at me and said, what's wrong? I said, nothing. I just kept quiet. And after a few seconds again, she looked at me and she said, what's wrong with you?
Okay.
And I said, nothing's wrong with me. And after that, we were approaching our house, and then I said to my mom, when we get off, please give him a little more money. And she didn't question me at that time, because many times I tell her to give someone more money or give a specific person more food, and there's a reason behind it. So she knows now. So as we got out of the cab, we gave him a little bit more money, and as we were going home, again she asked me, what happened to you? And I said, I got this surge of energy, and Shirdi Sai Baba was driving the taxi. She said, how do you know he was driving the taxi? I said, when I was sitting in the taxi, very quietly, you kept asking me what's going on, but I was trying to talk to Shirdi Sai Baba, so I didn't want an interruption. And I myself was confused what was happening. So I asked Shirdi Sai Baba in the cab while he was driving, are you Shirdi Sai Baba? And immediately he did this with his hand. Now, if you have observed Satya Sai Baba, whenever he's listening to some really good music and he's uplifted, he'll do this. Like, it's wow. You know? So, and then my logical brain would come in and say, yeah, but any taxi driver can do that. But what's the chance that he will do that exactly when I ask the question? And again, what's the possibility that a taxi driver who has both his hands on his wheel will answer like that exactly when the question is asked? So I have no doubt that was Shirdi Sai Baba answering the question. Now I want to share a second experience with you. When we went to Shirdi a couple years ago, we had just entered the campus of the temple. And as we were walking in, there was a long street before we enter the multiple temples. And as we were walking that long street, a huge dog, white, absolutely beautiful, like a horse, came running towards us, and he charged my mom and he jumped on my mom and he was so excited and he was jumping all over her, and my mom got all freaked out. She's like, oh my god, Baba, help me. It was Baba who was the dog, and she was asking Baba for help. So finally the dog left her and he came to me and started jumping all over me. This dog was so tall that when he was standing on 2 feet, he was up to my head. So he kept jumping on me. I was having a wonderful time. I was petting it all over. And then he kissed me on my nose, and then he went down and he ran away. Now, if you look in India for stray dogs, you will not find beautiful stray dogs. Most of them are malnourished. If you find beautiful dogs, they usually belong to somebody. This dog did not belong to anyone. It came out of nothingness and it ran out into the abyss, into nothingness. So when we entered, I got that feeling again. Now whenever I go to Shirdi, as I said, always stuff happens, miracle happens. Because every morning I ask Shirdi Sai Baba, how are you going to surprise me today? And I know he's going to do something very strange. And I just wait patiently. So, you know, if you have a dog and you've ever come home after a long days, you know how excited the dog gets? That's how the dog behaved. As if we had come home. I felt I have come home to Shirdi, to my home, to my father's home, to Shirdi Sai Baba's home. It's a wonderful feeling. Now, there are many instances in the literature where Shirdi Sai Baba has appeared. Wow, these kids are really loud. Maybe Shirdi Sai Baba was in them as well. I don't know. But he has appeared to many people in different forms. People have asked Shirdi Sai Baba, why don't you come to me for lunch, come to my house? And they prepare all this food and they wait and they wait and they wait. And in the evening they go to Shirdi Sai Baba and they say, you never showed up. And Shirdi Sai Baba said, yes I did. You remember that dog that was outside your house, that was barking, that was hungry? You shoot him off. You didn't give him anything. That was me. Or do you remember that old man who was knocking on your door, who was hungry, who asked for food? And you sent him off without giving me anything? That was me. I am the essence in everything. And even Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I am in all forms, yet I am formless. So Baba is on all forms. It's just our capacity, our receptivity. Can we recognize him in the other forms that he appears? A real devotee will see him in other forms. Many people who are stuck up in their head, who have a fixed mindset, will only think Shirdi Sai Baba or Krishna or Vaheguru can only be a certain way. That's not true. They are the essence of everything. They will come in multiple ways. So one thing you can do is you can do the same thing I do. Ask the universe, how are you going to show up today? And wait and be in that state of awareness. The best time to do this, I'm going to stand up for a while. The best time to do this is early in the morning, just when you're waking up, before you get out of bed, when your eyes open, because you're still in a state of alpha brainwaves. Your logical mind is not kicked in yet. So when you set an intention at that time, how am I going to experience the divine today? And you wait. It's going to manifest during the day. So I invite you to try this out and use the comment box below. Tell me if you have other techniques you use. Tell me how it's happened in your life. And if you want to hear anything else, any other subjects, let me know and I will share it with you. So thank you guys for listening and see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye bye.